It's glad to have you join us on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Essie Ufuma with the news. And on the Value Chain TV News Update, the federal government has announced the creation of centers across the country for Nigerians to buy 50 kg bag of rice for 40,000 naira. This was revealed by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, while briefing correspondents on the outcome of the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja. Idris said this was one of several initiatives by Tinubu administration to ease living conditions for citizens. He argued that the nationwide protests scheduled to begin August 1st were unnecessary since President Tinubu was already protesting on behalf of the people. Value Chain TV's Kabir Lawal brings us more details. The report.
The federal government has said one of the measures to cushion the hardship being experienced by Nigerians, especially the continuous rise in price of food commodity, is by creating different centers across the 36 states to cushion and sell 50 kg of rice for 40,000 naira. But the question on Nigerian lips now is, how sustainable can this be?
I don't like protests because I've been seeing how some countries going now. That's why I don't like protests. So up to now, even they give 50 bags or 100 bags, up to now we dey hunger, but what we will continue prayer.
Election, the amount sweet for us. We happy. Say this man want to enter, this one. Now, see him, 40,000 for one bag. Let the government look onto us now. We be poor people. Haba, may they help us. Them, as they day, everything they have is free. If me I know also, no eating. If I don't come out, I have 7 children for house. 5,000 no reach us to eat a day. 5,000 naira.
40,000 naira per bag is high. We cannot afford it. That is not the solution. The solution is we are looking for cheap transportation. They know what to do. Even if we are buying a 40,000 naira, can we continue from buying from government 40,000 naira? Maybe one day we hear say the warehouse is empty. So where are we going to again?
Nigerians have actually called on the federal government to do the needful so that poor man on the street can also smile. Reporting for Value Chain TV, Kabir Lawal.
President Bola Tinubu has directed the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to immediately commence engagement with local refineries, including Dangote Refinery, in transactions dominated in Naira. This was disclosed by the Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zak Adedeji, at the State House after the Federal Executive Council meeting that was presided over by President Bola Tinubu. The federal government revealed the fears of non-compliance with the new minimum wage, saying the extensive negotiation and consensus building undertaken from early February to July 2024 meant all the relevant stakeholders were involved. The Executive Secretary, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Felix Ogbe, has visited the 10,000 square meter fabrication yard owned by Lee Engineering and Construction Company Limited in Warri, Delta State. Speaking during the facility tour, he recalled similar visits he had made to other service companies across the country, stating that he was highly impressed with facilities and competencies acquired in this pursuit of local content development. Ogbe assured Nigerian oil and gas service companies of continued support to sustain the growth in local content and to boost their production operations. The Nigerian Port Authority has disclosed that importation of vehicles into Nigeria dropped from 28,024 units in the first quarter of 2023 to 10,999 units in the same quarter of 2024, representing a 60.8% decrease. Kabir Lawal completes the report.
According to the document titled Nigerian Port Authority Port Performance Report to March 2024 shows that the Nigerian port welcomed 251 ships in the first quarter of 2024. According to the document, the figure represented a 4.3% decrease from 275 ships that visited the nation's seaports within the same period in 2023. Vehicles importation dropped by 60.8% from 28,024 units in the first quarter of 2023 to just 10,991 units in 2024. It also showed that the total cargo volumes declined within the period under review, reflecting a contraction in trade activities and potentially signaling underlying economic challenges or shifts in the import-export balance. It stated that 4.3% reduction in ship visits could be attributed to a variety of factors, including changes in global shipping routes, adjustments in shipping line strategies, or the impact of economic policies affecting maritime trade. In terms of cargo traffic, the total cargo throughput, excluding crude oil, reached 21,186,348 metric tons within the period under review in 2024, as against 18,243,644 metric tons handled in the first quarter of 2023, showing an increase of 16.1%. Inward cargo traffic reached 13,563,173 metric tons, representing 10.5% of the total cargo throughput in 2023, while outward cargo traffic was 7,623,175 metric tons, representing 27.7% of the total cargo traffic, the document explained. It stated that performance indicators for the period showed some positive trends despite the decrease in ship traffic, as the average turnaround time for vessels improved to 4.6 days from 5.1 days in 2023. This improvement, according to the data, is partly attributed to the impact of the Lekki Deep Sea Port, which achieved an average turnaround time of just 1 day, showcasing its efficiency. Reporting for Value Chain TV, I am Kabir Lawal.
The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, Festus Keyamo, has suspended its earlier announced 800% increase in navigational charges. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, NAMA, Abdullahi Musa. Value Chain TV reported the earlier suspension in yesterday's bulletin. This decision follows the minister's recognition of the current economic challenges faced by Nigerians. The minister emphasized the need for further consultation before any changes, highlighting the importance of being sensitive to the plight of Nigerians amidst these economic challenges. MTN has announced the closure of all its offices and service centers across the country for 24 hours starting July 30th, 2024. This was revealed in a statement by MTN on its X handle. This decision comes in response to a series of vandalism incidents triggered by the disconnection of customers' lines under the government's NIN SIM linkage policy. MTN urged affected customers to utilize digital support channels for assistance during this closure, as they provided a step-by-step guide for subscribers to unblock their SIMs online. The international police organization Interpol has revealed that hundreds of thousands of dollars are being laundered out of Nigeria to other African countries and across the world every hour. This was disclosed by the Interpol Vice President for Africa, Garba Baba Umar, during the opening of the 4-day workshop for Nigerian law enforcement agencies at the EFCC Academy, Abuja. He said money laundering across Africa and the entire world has assumed a monstrous dimension, adding that it would require concerted efforts of every security agency in Nigeria and other countries to address. Umar, however, said the organization has launched what he described as silver notices against money laundering, saying it is in a bid to frontally tackle the plague of money laundering and the illicit financial flows across the world, especially Africa. Some Nigerians who spoke to Value Chain TV reacted to this development. The report.
The situation of this country is very bad. So, we that hustle have to just keep it on, let us hustle and let us protect and see what youth can do about it, because things are very hard. And it's not as if there's no money in Nigeria, or there's money in Nigeria, but still we are still suffering. Why? We don't know. Is it the government or we? This our country, but the leaders, they are very wicked. So they would like to invest to the other country instead of our own country. Maybe they just do something for all we say, but at least we can benefit on it. You understand? Let them just do something, anything, because people are suffering. Like, what about people that don't have handwork and who have a lot of money that are taken outside the country? It's not fair and it's not good like that. Let them do something. It's not as if that you don't like them, we like them. You understand? But they didn't do something they're supposed to do in the country. You understand? Beg them, let us do something for us so that we can benefit on it.
Such stuff do happen while people are suffering in this country. As you can see it yourself, people are passing through a lot in this country. But the thing is that those people that discovered that such amount are missing, like each and every hour, right? I know they try so hard for them to discover this thing. But the only thing they can solve this thing is to find out who are those people looting those money out of the country. That's just it. If truly they want to work on it, they can.
And that's it on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am S.A. Ufoma. Many thanks for watching.